Terence Bud Crawford, after that performance, knuckleheads, on Saturday night on Netflix, did it his way once again. And he demonstrates to the boxing world, to the combat sports world, to the entire planet, that sometimes, if you keep it real with yourself and do it your way, it is absolutely the best way. Now, what do I mean by that? Here's a guy who's been on the record saying that they wanted to get him out of Omaha, Nebraska. They wanted to get him around big-time trainers. They wanted to get him in a big-time community where there was a big boxing base, because what are you doing, Terence Bud Crawford, in Omaha, Nebraska? Knuckleheads, do you know what Terence Bud Crawford was doing in Omaha, Nebraska? He was doing it his way. He was trailblazing, and he was creating his own lane and his own path all the way up to the Dakotas, which is where I think it is, to Mount Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore of boxing, because what he did on Saturday was nothing short of incredible and the best performance I've ever seen in my history in combat sports, as a fight fan, as a promoter. You know, my entire life I've been watching wrestling, boxing, MMA, combat sports. I had probably the best kickboxing promotion in the country for a while. Never seen anything like it. A guy who was absolutely avoided by everyone, who had his resume minimized, but if you're a hardcore fan, you know he fought a bunch of killers on the way up. A guy who went all the way up to welterweight, dominated, went all the way up to 154 immediately after and only took one fight, dominated, then went all the way up to 168 pounds to take on a guy on the pound for pound list. Listen, this is not Roy Jones Jr. going up to heavyweight to fight the quiet man, John Ruiz. Admirable. But this is Terence Bud Crawford, a guy who was fighting the mid-130s, 140, 147, jumping up to 154 and then skipping up 2 weight classes to 168 to beat a pound-for-pound legend in Canelo Alvarez. This guy is special. And I want to give a special shout out to somebody I really agree with. I think you guys should follow him too, by the way. If you're not subscribed here already, follow him too. Coach Collinsworth, Derek Collinsworth, from down there in Houston, Texas. He's from Louisiana, but he's down there in Texas. And he told me, and I agree with his sentiment 1,000,000%. Boxing was perfected in the United States of America in 1920. And nobody embodies that lineage, in my opinion, better than Terence Crawford. He could do it all. He could fight going forward. He could fight on the back foot. He can counterpunch you. He can start. He can start it. He can finish it. He can get after it. He's resilient. He's strong. He hits hard. He's fast. He's athletic. He can hit both ways. This guy's the most complete fighter I've ever seen. For him to do that to Canelo Alvarez was absolutely unbelievable. Now, I want to say something about Canelo, right? Because I don't want to make this seem like, it's only about Terence Crawford. Canelo was involved as well. And he's a legend, and that's what makes this fight so fantastic and this result so unbelievable. Canelo Alvarez didn't have a lot to gain in this fight, knuckleheads. He had a lot to lose, and he lost. Canelo Alvarez put up a hell of a fight in this fight. He looked in tremendous shape. I can't believe the way he got beat, but he put up a hell of a fight, and the fight was close. I don't think this was a dominant victory by any means. It was a clear victory, in my opinion, but it wasn't dominant. It was a close fight, right? It was a close fight. I think 115, 113 is reasonable. So I want to say Canelo, I appreciate him. I just think his style, all wrong for Terence Crawford. I didn't make a prediction. By the way, shout out Canelo. I think he's fantastic. Now, I didn't make a prediction on this fight, but I did tell somebody, and I can have them attest for you if you like. I didn't make a prediction. I should have. I said this is going to go one of two ways. Canelo's either going to hit him and hurt him really bad, and it's going to be over. Or Terence Bud Crawford is just going to touch him up and move around the ring. And I thought, I was guilty of this. I thought this was going to be a glorified sparring match. These guys were just going to spar their way, take it easy for 12 rounds, and earn 150, 200, whatever amount of millions that they earned in this fight. But that wasn't the case. Terence Crawford brought the fight. Canelo Alvarez brought the fight. They should both be credited for bringing the fight, even though they were paid an exorbitant amount of money, I'm sure, right? And I'll fight anybody you could think of for that much money. But they brought the fight, which I respect. Still, I want to say Terence Crawford, I admire him so much. He did it his way. He's shown the world that if you do it your way, within reason, right, you can reach the upper echelons, the highest level of anything that you do. I don't know what he does from here. Turki Al-Sheikh is talking about David Benavidez and seeing if he could still make 168 pounds. That might be getting carried away a bit, but I wouldn't put it past Terence Crawford to beat anyone. Hell, go up to heavyweight, you might have a chance. He's incredible. He's incredible. I'm just joking about the heavyweight thing, but he's incredible. This guy is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, not once in a generation. I've never seen anything like it. I'm so impressed. I don't even know what to say. I'm so impressed. My question for you guys, is he on the Mount Rushmore now of boxing? Top 4? Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking Sugar Ray Robinson, Terence Crawford, Muhammad Ali, not just because of his fighting, but he was so iconic. I don't think he's the best fighter, but very iconic. And Joe Louis. I think that's who I'm seeing right now on my Mount Rushmore. Tell me who you got in the comment section below on the Mount Rushmore. I do have Alexander Usyk kind of chipping away at that Mount Rushmore. I got Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, a lot of different people, Sugar Ray Leonard, but my goodness, Terence Bud Crawford, man. I don't know, maybe it's recency bias. Unbelievable. Subscribe below. Let me know what you think about his performance, who should be on the Mount Rushmore. Get your Fighters Rep merchandise in the link below to help me continue to build. Join the channel to help me continue to build. I'm going to be dropping way more content for you guys, man. I can't stay away from this sport. I can't stay away from you guys. I've been going back and forth thinking about whether I should continue to promote kickboxing. I don't think I'm built for it anymore. I think I'd rather do this with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Unbelievable performance by Terence Bud Crawford.
Subscribe and join the Fighters Rep. It'll be the best thing you ever did, knucklehead.